You watch it happen to other people, and quietly tell yourself, that won't be my story. You believe your love is stronger, your communication is better, your choices are safer. You tell yourself you're too self-aware, too careful, too committed to ever end up emotionally alone inside a relationship. You think emotional neglect happens to people who didn't try hard enough, who didn't love deeply enough, who missed the warning signs. Until one phone call rewrites everything, until a relationship begins to unravel quietly, until someone you trusted starts pulling away without explanation. Until emotional distance replaces reassurance, and silence becomes the loudest response you receive. Suddenly, you're not observing anymore, you're living it. Waiting for answers that don't come, replaying conversations in your head, wondering when asking for connection started feeling like asking for too much. This is how emotional neglect enters, not all at once, but slowly, through unmet needs and unreturned care. The judgment fades fast when the ground beneath you cracks, the certainty disappears when love becomes inconsistent, when effort is no longer matched, when you're present, open, trying, and they are emotionally unavailable. And the grace you once handed out sparingly becomes the very thing you are desperate to receive. Emotional neglect humbles you, it teaches you how quickly anyone can end up unseen, unheard, and quietly carrying the weight alone. It doesn't ask how kind you are, it doesn't check how loyal you've been, it doesn't care how carefully you built your life. Hard seasons don't discriminate, they visit good people, strong families, loving homes. They arrive in marriages, in long-term relationships, in places where love once felt safe. And suddenly, empathy is no longer theoretical, it's personal. So before you assume, before you judge, before you whisper about someone else's storm, remember how quickly the weather can change. Remember how close you came to believing it would never be you. Be gentle with people, be slow to condemn, be mindful that behind silence may live confusion, grief, or emotional abandonment no one else can see. Lead with grace, because one day, you may need it more than you ever imagined. No one plans for emotional neglect, no one expects to feel alone while still loving someone. But everyone, eventually, feels the rain. And sometimes, that rain is what finally teaches us how to see, how to soften, and how to heal. This is where compassion begins, for others, and for yourself. If this touched something in you, it's because emotional neglect often arrives quietly, without warning. Before judging someone's pain, remember how easily life can humble us. Comment, Grace, if you're choosing compassion over judgment today. Healing begins when we remember we're all human. Be prosperous and share happiness.